friends, welcome to Thirukkural English Couplet TV, where we have been watching and seeing Thirukkural interpretation. We have seen up to 20th chapter, now 21st chapter, Fear of Sin. I am using my translated book that is called Thirukkural English Couplets. I have been explaining, giving all these interpretations. We have completed 20th chapter, up to 20th chapter. 1330 Kurals have been written by Thirukkural in 133 chapters, which have been divided by me into 16 headings or heads, which are nothing but aspects. And we have completed 2 aspects up to 20th chapter. Second aspect ends, that is family counseling ends. Now we start with a new aspect called peace to the world. Fear of sin starts with peace to the world. 21st chapter. This translation has been done the same way as it has been written by Thirukkural in 4+3 word, 7 word translation. I mean word couplets. That is Kural. He has used the word Kural Vinba. I also used the Kural Vinba couplet grammar definition also. These 2 grammar aspects have been adopted for translation of these couplets, whereby I have used 4+3 word 2-line translation, wherein you can find 2 lines with the same syllabic meter. That is the main thing for the couplets. I have translated using the semantical approach, that is according to the meaning. So the spirit of Thirukkural is brought out in the translation. So 21st Fear of Sin. Now we start with the 201st Kural, 201, Kural number 201. Evil doers proudly harm, the worthy restrains. Evil doers proudly harm. The evil doers doesn't bother about harming others. The worthy restrain. Those people who consider themselves worthy restrain from harming others. So they don't harm others. This is what is said by Thirukkural. Fear of sin. Fear of sin. They fear sin. That's why they restrain themselves from doing any such type of a thing. They don't harm others. Not only that, Vallabhar is very prophetic in foreseeing so many things. That's why he is telling. Even in those days, 2000 years back, there was no science which didn't define anything. But Vallabhar was very particular about this, because not only Vallabhar, those people, great people, they could prophetically they could foresee what would happen and what is there in human body. They could understand that too. That's why he used to use the words 7, 8, all such. 7, 8, what are the 7 and 8? 7 endocrine glands, 8 attributes which he would give for God, all such are there. 7 endocrine glands, how he would know. The other day itself, when I was explaining the other thing, I was able to tell that 8,000 years back, Jacob, this son of Isaac, who could call one of our glands pineal. Now today the pronunciation has a somewhat slightly different, but the same pineal gland is now found out by scientists, and they call it pineal, and they don't know who has found it out. And I have written letters to prominent people asking them to consider it for declaration, saying that it was found out by Jacob, the first scientist in the world. So how he could do that? Even the name, the same name is used there. The same way the Vallabhar has found out so many things, endocrine glands, 7 endocrine glands. Otherwise he could not tell the word 7 repeatedly. And moreover, he is using the pleasant words, all such. We will come to that next Kural. 202. Evil yields evil, hence fear than fire. Evil yields evil, hence fear than fire. Fire is to be feared. We should not go near that, and mm, it will fire us, harm us. So that is to be feared. You should not go near that. The same way, evil eats evil. Evil brings forth evil. So we have to be very conscious about that. We have to be alert about it. That is what he says in 202. 203, being wise is avoiding evil to enemies. So here he is using one cosmic law. Being wise is avoiding evil to enemies. We have to be very alert, even not harming enemies. When we think of this one, we remember Jesus Christ. He was on the cross and he was crying to his Father, saying that the people who are harming me, knowing not what they are doing, forgive them. This type of thing. Being wise is avoiding evil to enemies. He was wise. So, whatever is asking us to be wise, avoiding evil to enemies. This is not only good for us, not only good for enemies, it is good for our body. That is why he is telling. When he is referring, when we go back to 10th chapter, pleasant words, under pleasant words, title pleasant words, he is telling a lot of things. Pleasant words, and in the 19th chapter and 20th chapter he is saying about the slander not and be honest and avoid professing in vain. In all these chapters, 3 chapters, 20th, 21st and 10th chapter, pleasant words, avoid professing in vain in 20th chapter, 19th chapter, slander not or be honest. In these chapters he is very particular about using words, and you want to use pleasant words. You should not use pleasant vain words. You should not use useless words. All such he is telling. Why? Because he is very particular about this. What is this? Very particular about being wise is avoiding evil to enemies. Evil to enemies, good to you. Why? Because endorphin, there is a hormone. There is a hormone. We call it endorphin. Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, these are the hormones secreted in our bodies. So 4 important hormones which make us happy. We are happy because of all these. Not only are happy, we are healthy, and this will make us wealthy also. Healthy leads to our being wealthy. So endorphin, when we speak pleasant words. When we speak pleasant words, when we do exercise, when we laugh, this endorphin secretes in us. When we laugh, endorphin secretes. When we do some exercise to our body, when we give some exercise to our body, endorphin secretes. And when we speak some pleasant words also, endorphin secretes. So endorphin. Dopamine, when we start loving ourselves, that means when we stop rebuking others, dopamine secretes in us. That is why he is very particular about these chapters. And serotonin, another hormone which secretes when we share our property, our words with others, mostly things with others. Serotonin. Oxytocin, when we speak pleasant words, oxytocin secretes. Endorphin, it's for our pleasant words to ourselves, and oxytocin, pleasant words to others. So in short, when we don't use useless words, oxytocin secretes in us. So he is very particular about this. That's why he is asking us not to be harming the enemies. We have to be wise, avoiding evil to enemies. This is a cosmic law. If you are avoiding this, you will be helped out by nature itself. That's why he is telling us, asking us to behave this way. 204. Think not others ruin. Think not others ruin, lest ruin rules. Think not others ruin, lest, so that you will not, the ruin rules. You should not think about a ruin. Why? Others ruin. You should not think that they should get destroyed. If you think like that, the ruin itself will start, the ruin itself will start ruling you. That means if you are pessimistic about something, that the pessimism will be predominant over you. If you think about the ruin of others, that rule of ruin will come upon you, and you will be ruled by the ruin. Ruin is important. Why? You should not be thought of. You shouldn't think of that. If you start thinking about it, the ruin will rule you and you will be ruined. That's why you should not think about that. And next one, 205. The poor becomes poorer if he sins. If somebody is sinning more and more, if he is committing sins, that will happen. What will happen? Poor will become poorer. Poor will become poorer. It goes on like that. So we should stop doing it. 206. Doing others no evil keeps diseases away. Doing others no evil keeps diseases away. It's common sense. We could understand. It's a moral sense, and everybody would accept it. It's scientific also. That if you don't think anything ill of others, if you don't think any harm to others, all such are there. Here he is telling, doing others no evil keeps diseases away. Keep diseases away. Automatic. It's a psychosomatic diseases. Many psychosomatic diseases are because of our mental attitude and thinking. So if you don't think harming others, if don't think doing some evil to others, what will happen? You will be away from diseases. You will be disease free. That is what is very clearly mentioned by Valluvar. 207. One survives force attack but not evils. 207. Even if an enemy comes, you can survive. If he attacks also, you can survive, but not evils. But evil starts attacking you, you will not be able to survive. So you have to be very careful about committing evil. So, force attack, it's okay, you can survive, but not evils. Evil will also come in the form of force attack. So that's why he is very particular. One survives force attack, but not evils. 208. Destruction follows sinners like their shadow does. So sinners will be followed by their own shadow. That shadow is destruction. So destruction will follow the sinners like their own shadow. Their own shadow, wherever they go, it will go. The same way, destruction will also follow those people who do commit sins. So we have to be careful about it. 209. If they love thyself, commit no sin. If thy love thyself, commit no sin. If you love yourself, commit no sin. That is why I said dopamine is one of the cells also. It's a hormone also. Both. That hormone will be absent if you don't love yourself. That means if you are not loving yourself, you will be committing sin also. So if you really love you, stop committing sins. Because you have to love yourself, because you have to have that dopamine. Dopamine will make happy, healthy, and you will be long living. So that is the result of it. So we have to be careful about our hormones secreting in us, and that particular hormone, dopamine, will be secreting in us if you start loving ourselves, and thereby we are committing no sin. 210. Free from sin means free from destruction. If you are free from sin, that means you are not going to get destroyed all of a sudden. Free from sin means free from destruction. So that is what he is telling in the last Quran, 2:10. Free from sin means free from destruction. This is with this he ends. Thank you.